Some friends stopping by for our review. Dub C here. We're back with another MRE ration review. Decided to take a hike today, and I always like to explore new rations or food when I come out here. So, going to try out the 24-hour pack day 4 serac MRE. Have not tried some of the contents. It's supposed to be for 24 hours. I got a longer hike today, so it's breakfast time right now. I'll go ahead and do the unboxing, and we'll break up the meals. So let's get started. Okay, we have the serac MRE meals ready to eat 24-hour pack day 4. Packaging date 5/8/2020, Best Buy 5/2021. So that's really cool. Comes in a cardboard box wrapped in the plastic shrink wrap. Let's go and open it up and see what we got. I want to cut that retort. So, that first thing we have is, obviously right in the front, Field and Flavor beef curry. So that's interesting. I love curry, so I'm really excited to try that out. Alright, next item we have is a maize porridge. Awesome. It's a strawberry, so that must be the breakfast item. I'm really excited for that. Looks like we got some dried peaches. Wow, this thing is loaded. I mean, when I first looked at this box, I didn't expect like a ton of stuff, but it is loaded. We've got a lactose-free nutritional shake. That's awesome. We got soup in a cup. That's a really cool item. I mean, these are all new to me. I've not seen none of this, but this is really interesting. This is coffee and tea creamer. We have an isotonic drink. I'm not sure what flavor. Oh, this is orange. That's cool. We have another isotonic drink. It looks like pineapple. Looks like they I thought it was D-Lamb, like in the packaging, but it's actually these clear labels. If you look at them, they're like not sealed all the way. Okay, looks like 4 more creamers. Just coffee and tea creamer. Oh wow, got a pack of peanut butter. Okay, we have a kind of bag of crunchy Oaties. I'm not sure what that is, but I'll have to look that up. Got some tomato sauce. I don't know if that's ketchup. Another peanut butter. This is awesome. As I never not used to seeing different kind of packagings. Another coffee tea creamer. All right. Now we have some coffee, 2 coffees. We got tea, black tea. We got some sugar, 3 packs looks like right here. One looks to be leaking. Oh wow, look at that, it's processed cheese. Another awesome packaging. Processed cheese. Very cool. Alright, it looks like there's 4 of these. These are the menthol gums. I'll lay out everything in a second. Wow, this is so much cool stuff. It's got, look like vitamin C candies. Quite a few of these as well. And they vary from granola flavored, strawberry flavor, watermelon flavored, all kinds of different flavored vitamin C candies. We have a maize bar, caramel. Wow, we got some fuel tabs. So it looks like this thing is set up with the stove, potentially, in which I will use the stove if it was. I did not expect that. So 2 packages of fuel tabs, 3 packages of fuel tabs, 4 packages of fuel tabs. Do not skimp on the fuel tabs. Okay, this is a Water purification powder. Very interesting. Got the instructions on there and everything. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 water purification powders. I'll be putting that with my survival gear. Got a box of Buffalo matches. Here we have LMSAMP. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's a rice or something. We have another piece of gum that I missed. Oh wow, there is no stove. There's extra baggies. I don't see any stove. And then looks like the lunch main is chicken and pasta and veg. And then these storage bags for maybe water or anything else you want to save. So that's interesting. But no stove. I don't know if it was supposed to come with a stove or not, but I got a stove I can pull out, so no big deal. So this is everything laid out. This thing is absolutely packed for how condensed it is, to be honest. One thing I will say, these are actually water purification bags that you combine with this, and you just tear and put the powder in there, and it's because it's a powder form, the time is reduced quite a bit. It says shake for a minute and leave for 3 minutes, and then swirl for 30 seconds and leave for 7 minutes. So you're talking about 10 minutes for purified water versus other ones taking up to 30 minutes or more. So that's really cool. I don't want to use that today because I do have my filter, so I don't want to waste that. But another thing is SAMP, I believe, is ground or coarse corn. So that'll be interesting to try. Never had that. And then chutney is a condiment or like a seasoned spice. So just something you'd put with something, one of the mains or something. Okay, for breakfast I'm going to have, got the peaches, got a coffee, maize bar, crunchy Oaties. I'm going to have the isotonic drink orange, a Super C strawberry flavored candy, peanut butter, the maize porridge, and I'll be using the fuel tabs and the matches to get a fire. Get the stove going. I'm using an Esbit stove that I have because it didn't come with it. I don't know if it's supposed to, or just didn't have it. And it comes in these little fuel stoves. Looks like there's quite a bit. It's not windy out luckily today, so hopefully these matches will start it right up. Alright, now we got the stove lit. Let's go ahead and start warming up some of the water for the coffee and the maize porridge. Water's warming up, and now we can start trying some other stuff. I got the water for the isotonic drink orange. Didn't really have instructions on it, so I'm just going to go with 12 ounces because it seems like a lot of powder. Kind of clear looking, and then it hits the water and turns orange, bright orange. So give it a good mix. It has a more of a tropical smell to it, so that's interesting. All right, next thing I'll open up is the peaches. Kind of open them up and use them as the plate too. Very interesting. It looks like it was simply dried. The same thing with the crunchy Oaties. Kind of open them up so we can just use them right as the plate. Okay, now we'll open up the maize bar. Oh wow, it's actually looks to be covered in chocolate. I was not expecting that. Some friends stopping by for our review. Look at that. And they're still here. All right, now that the deer are gone, we can continue our review. I believe these are just dried peaches, and they look really interesting. Some of the dried peaches are maybe overly processed. This looks very, very simply just drying the peaches. So let's go ahead and try a bite of those. At first, I wasn't really liking it, but as I ate them more, I almost like can't stop eating them. It's a very natural peach flavor, and it's, like you said, I don't like things overly processed, and you can tell this is definitely nothing much than just drying them out. So you could probably put hot water in them to reconstitute them a little bit if you wanted to do that, but they're a great snack on the go, and excellent. Just munching out here. All right, let's go ahead and try this maize bar. It's kind of cold, but it's got a little yellow inside. It's supposed to be caramel flavor, so we'll try that out. Oh man, this bar is excellent. It's not incredibly sweet, which is really enjoyable. The caramel flavor comes through really well, and the inner texture, I mean, it's got the texture of a First Strike bar right now, and I think it's because it's cold, but as it warms up, it just kind of, very, very smooth, and like I said, the flavor's not overwhelming. I would love to have a bunch of these, and I will be searching more of those kind of bars out. I'm going to go ahead and wash it down with this orange drink. The orange drink is fantastic. Again, very subtly sweet, quenches your thirst, and I wouldn't say it's bitter at all. It's actually more sweet towards a tropical flavor, and it's really impressed with that. Now we have the water is almost done for our coffee and our maize porridge, but I'm going to try one. Look at these, I think they're called crunchy Oaties. So this would be really good with the coffee. And then I noticed the peanut butter, it didn't really need to even need it. It's pretty smooth as is, but we'll just kind of do the same thing I would do with the American MRE peanut butter, is just kind of knead it up, make sure it's nice and smooth, especially in this cold weather. So I'm just going to try this by itself first. This has a granola in a cookie mix. It's not sweet. Could be either used for sweet or savory. It's a little bit sweeter, but you could use it in more of a savory main if you had to, or put some cheese on it. But it is leaning towards more sweet for me. I'm going to go ahead and try some of this peanut butter. The peanut butter is still, like I said, it's pretty runny compared to other peanut butters I've had. I think all this stuff is packaged in Johannesburg, South Africa. So that's pretty cool. The Crunchy Oatie cookie and the peanut butter were a fantastic pair. The peanut butter just made it even better. Like I said, the peanut butter is different. That's why I want to check where it came from. It's a little bit different than American MREs, but it's still really good. Now the water for the coffee and the porridge is done, so I can go ahead and mix that up. Okay, I got the coffee. It looks pretty fine grain. Go ahead and dump it. Give it a mix. And then I'm just going to mix the maize porridge right into the bowl of the hot water. And it comes in this kind of like a longer pouch. And this is the maize porridge. It's got all the nutrition stuff on the front, and then the instructions on the back with some warnings, for soy or egg. And this is interesting. It actually has sulfur dioxide on there. The powder smells almost like a strawberry shake, and it looks kind of like a strawberry shake, but let's just go ahead and see what happens when turns that pink. And I tried to add less water to what was recommended to see how it turns out. Hopefully it thickens up and turns out okay. Okay, time to try this coffee. Coffee's not bitter at all. It's not that bold either. It actually just really has a nice roast flavor to it. It's very good just by itself. It did come with a lot of creamers and sugars, but I just don't like adding that to coffee. But when there's biscuits or crackers involved, especially these semi-sweet ones, I always got to try it, dip it in the coffee. As you can imagine, the biscuit and the coffee or cracker, they go fantastic. That's like my favorite. But I'm going to go ahead and try this strawberry maize porridge. Mixed it up, and it thickened up pretty good. So let's give it a shot. All right, I'm a huge fan of strawberry, and I almost couldn't stop eating this. It is very subtle strawberry flavor. It has like a almost grit taste to it as far as the porridge. It's very, very balanced, just very subtle. And I love the strawberry flavor and how it carries into it, just like a hot cereal. It's time to get that megabyte on. I'm gonna add some of these peaches. And I'm gonna crumble up some of this to give it a crunch. And this is gonna be over the top for me. So we got the peaches and the crunchy Oaties, giving that texture. Let's try that out. Oh yeah, that megabyte was amazing. The texture given from the crunchy Oatie, no spider, come over here. The texture from the crunchy Oatie really helped out. The peaches, like I thought, as soon as I introduced them to the maize, they started softening up, and it was like peaches and strawberry cereal. So overall, great breakfast. I'm gonna finish this little candy, this little vitamin C candy first, and see how that tastes. It's got like a little C on it. Or no, that's not a C. Super C candy. It was really good. Like I said, I really like flavor strawberry. It was artificial strawberry, but it wasn't overwhelming. It was awesome trying all these new components. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and see everyone for lunch. Okay, we are back for lunch. So I'll have the lactose-free nutritional shake, which is banana flavored. I'll have the chicken and pasta and veg main. I brought the tomato sauce and chutney because I don't know if this needs seasoning or if it'll be good just by itself. And I have some cheese to try out. This is the processed cheese. And then I have soup in a cup and then a coffee. Using the same heating setup, I got the stove and 2 fuel tabs. That worked out pretty good last time. And these actually start up pretty good. The matches are probably some of the best ration matches I've had, these buffalo matches. Okay, I got my main warmed up in the Dutch mess kit over in my best kit camping gear, and then I'm warming up the water for the soup in a cup and the coffee on the stove provided. So we'll go ahead and mix up the lactose-free nutritional shake. Like I said, this is banana flavor, kind of says right there. Quick look at the mix before I mix. Go ahead and dump it in. I'm not sure if this actually thickens up like a normal shake, but it's 250 milliliters of water. Just give it a mix. All right, we're going to try the processed cheese. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this edge off real quick. So that's pretty interesting. Go ahead and give that a try real quick. It's by itself. You could eat this, it says processed cheese right out of the pouch just like this. It's actually really tasty. It's a little bit thicker than the American MRE cheese I'm used to, but it's very, very smooth, and it resembles like almost got a sharp cheddar bite to it. So that's really good. It'll go good with Maine if it needs it. Brought in, forgot about this little Super C candy. I haven't tried this one yet. It's a different flavor. And then I'm going to try the sugar in the creamer for the coffee. Coffee water's ready, and then the main is ready. So we'll go ahead and start getting everything out. All right, pour the water for our coffee real quick. Oh, make a little bit of mess. And then I'm going to place the soup in a cup right into the hot water on the bowl. Look at the soup in a cup. Just looks like some soup mix. And just pour it in and let it simmer on the stove while it's still going. It's got like a vegetable flavor. Just mixed up in the hot water, and then simmer over there. Add the coffee and the sugar, and I'm going to add the creamer. I don't know how much I'm supposed to add, but it seems like a lot, so I'll just do half for now. We got our main. I warmed it up in the Dutch mess kit with water. It's got an interesting smell. I'll go ahead and put it in the smaller Dutch mess kit. And it's going to cool down fast out in this cold weather, so I'm going to try it out and eat it. Looks really hearty though. Big chunks of chicken and pasta and vegetables. We'll go ahead and give this a shot first. So we got big chunks of chicken, peas, looks like a corn, pasta, and I don't know, the pasta is like dumpling, like chicken and dumplings. No, it looks like more like pasta. Let's go ahead and get a big bite, see what it's all about. Okay, overall, very homemade taste. The noodles, they say they're pasta, but they're very, very soft. They more feel like dumplings to me than the actual noodles. So that's really, really nice. The texture of the meat, it's got a nice bite to it. It's not processed. It just tastes very natural. And the vegetables actually have a nice bite to them too. Although it is pretty bland, I'm going to try some of this seasoning mix on there. And it might be the wrong thing to do, but I'll just put it on the side and see if it'll help. So just try a little bit on the side first and see what it's all about. I'm glad I tried it before. Never had this before, but it's a resemblance of like a base of a sweet and sour sauce, but it's not as sweet. Definitely not for this main, but some of this cheese will be really good with it. So go ahead and try putting some of this cheese on it and letting it sit see if we can melt it some. And then, now we'll try the banana shake. Oh, that's great. I was a little bit worried about it when I first mixed it because it wasn't mixing it well, and I probably should use warm water, but I didn't have a chance to warm it up. But overall, very smooth, very light banana flavor. Again, all the components I've tried, both breakfast and lunch, have had that subtle homemade, very quality aspect to it. And then even in the hike, I can tell I got good energy levels. I'm not like dropping off because of high sugar or anything like that. It's just very balanced. Since I don't think I'll need the tomato sauce for the curry, I'm going to try this tomato sauce too and see what that tastes like. It might just be ketchup, but I'll give it a shot real quick. All right, with this, the main, adding the cheese to me really enhanced it. Like I said, you could eat the main just by itself. The two sauces provided, I'm not sure what they're for, but I don't think they'd go with this main, in my opinion. In the beef curry, I figured would be just fine by itself. Now I'm going to go ahead and try this coffee with creamer and sugar. Now, normally I do not like coffee with sugar and creamer, but this works. This is really good, and with the type of coffee it worked, the flavor overall is really good. It just evens everything out and then gives a nice little sweet little bite. Last thing I got to try is the soup in a cup, and it looks like a beef broth. We'll go ahead and get a spoonful and see what it's all about. Again, another subtle. I really thought it was going to be overwhelming with sodium and salt. It is not. It is very smooth. I used a cup of water, and it seemed to go perfectly with just this broth, and it's really nice out here in the cold day. Okay, last thing I got to try is this Super C. I think it's Grandella flavored. Let's go ahead and give that a shot. Overall, it just seemed like an orange candy, and it's still really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, and I'll see everybody back for dinner time. Okay, it's time for dinner. Quickly remind, I forgot about the losing daylight so fast. It's starting to get pretty dark. So go ahead and knock out dinner. So I'm going to have the beef curry, the Samp, orange flavored Super C. I got another pack of cheese, an isotonic drink pineapple, and then the black tea. And then I saved the tomato sauce and chutney, I believe, just in case it might be good with the main. So I'll go ahead and start warming the water up. All right, well, warming up the water, go ahead and mix up our pineapple isotonic drink. I added 12 ounces of water. Nice yellow color. I'm going to open up our tea and get that ready. Looks like it's just a package, like a little tea bag, no string. So let's set it in there. And then I'm going to add 1 sugar to that, no creamer. And then I'm going to use the large dust mess kit to warm up both the main and the side. We got our tea water ready to go. I guess just let that bag sit in there. I've been very impressed with the stove tabs. They not only do they fire up pretty easily, but they burn really nice and smooth. Some of the Esbit tabs I've had burn up pretty fast, where I've noticed like I've been able to cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner with these stove tabs. And other meals, I have not been able to do that. The tea should be ready to go. So we'll add the sugar. The mains are almost done cooking. Beef curry is ready to go. Go ahead and take a look at it. It's got a really nice smell to it. I do like the spices and seasonings. Now you have the SAMP cooking a little bit longer, but we can go ahead and give this a shot real quick. Getting pretty hungry. It's kind of all mixed together. Can't really see it. Like I see bits of potato and some beef. Let's give it a shot. Has a very nice base seasoning to it. Can taste a little bit of the seasonings, maybe a little bit of cumin. It's not spicy at all. I would prefer it to be a little bit spicier, but the meat has a nice texture to it, nice bite. The bits of potato, really nice. But overall, kind of like a stew to me. I'm going to go ahead and try this tea now. Some nice, mild black tea. It's got a little bite to it, but the sugar does help a lot. And that is, it's one of my favorite teas out of a ration so far. It's really good. Now we'll get the SAMP out. And I might be pronouncing it wrong. I apologize. All right. Open it up and see what it looks like. It's supposed to be like a ground corn. And it looks exactly like that. Maybe put the beef curry on top of it. Okay, we'll try a little bit of this by itself. All right, so this SAMP, I think. All right, so the side. Okay, so the side is it's really good. It's like textured like a rice, and almost has the same kind of. It is bland like rice, but you can taste the corn a little bit. But it's got a nice bite, and it would make a nice base. And I'm sure potentially that the chutney and the tomato sauce would be to liven that up. But I'm going to try some of the beef curry on top of it, kind of like a carrier, and try that out. All right, so the beef curry does go well with it. It kind of acts like rice to it. But I want to try these flavors on the that side. We'll start off with the tomato sauce, and then we'll try the chutney. The tomato sauce actually livens it up quite a bit. I really like that, but I'm going to try the other one right now. Because it has such a base flavor, similar to like a white rice, both sides and seasonings go really well with it, as well as the main. So this would be how you change up the probably daily intake, as far as if you're getting the same thing, you can change it up. How you season it and how you eat it. I'm going to go ahead and try this pineapple isotonic drink. Oh, the pineapple drink is fantastic. It's, again, subtly sweet. I mixed it with 12 ounces of water. It's got a nice pineapple flavor to it, but it's not overwhelming. It quenches your thirst. It's really awesome. This is looking like a good dinner so far. I'm going to get the cheese out and do a little mega bite. All right, we got the cheese, the beef curry, some on the side for that mega bite. That's a fantastic mega bite. That was actually a really good dinner. And the beef curry went perfect with the SAMP. And you could mix up and match that side with pretty much anything because it was base flavored. I'm going to go and finish dinner with the orange flavored Super C. Getting my vitamin C today, that's for sure. Had that Super C. It was really nice dessert and capped off dinner really well. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up and talk more in final thoughts. Okay, so final thoughts on the serac 24-hour pack, day 4. Really impressed by this ration altogether. Special thanks to DeCarlos Perry. He actually hooked me up with it. I'll put his link down below. And then also, if you want to see more reviews on the serac rations, Blindfox actually has quite a few of them. So if you want to check her channel out, that's also going to be down below. But overall, very impressed with this ration. It made me feel like I was starting a hobby all over again, because I opened it up and it's brand new components that I haven't seen before, haven't tried, new packaging, all the reasons that I enjoy the hobby. And you find a new ration like this and it kind of refreshes that, right? So a lot of great elements in there. We'll start with breakfast, MVP, the strawberry maize porridge, the caramel ball, and I probably loaded a lot of my components on breakfast just because I like to have a heavy breakfast first and get the energy going. But overall, fantastic breakfast. Lunch, kind of mediocre with the chicken and veg pasta. That wasn't too bad, but dinner was really good with the beef curry. The drinks were on par with Norwegian, in my opinion. Very good drinks, pineapple and orange. I like the vitamin C candies. There's a lot of great things that could be said about the ration. The stove, there wasn't no stove that came with it, but the stove tabs and the matches probably worked better than a lot of the other rations I've tried outdoors. So I'm going to be looking for more of these rations. I'm going to try and get, this is day 4. I want to see other rations, day 1, day 2, day 3, because all the quality of the food, again, very non-processed, seemed very natural, and it was easy on my body. I didn't feel overly processed from out here working or anything like that. So a lot of great things to say about this ration. I definitely recommend it. If you can get your hands on one, try it out. That's all I got now. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.